Do you enjoy watching thriller films and why?
Yes. Yeah, they're good. One of my favourite films is Taken.
They make you feel thrilled.
Yeah.
I like the thrill of the chase when you watch it.
I like how it makes your heart beat fast.
It's just like, it's nice to have a bit of like excitement.
Excitement.
At like the tip of your fingers, you know, you can just like turn on the TV, pop in a disc and just be
It's like going to
hell
Thorpe
yeah.
Park, but just sitting on
But cheaper.
Do you like our idea for the plot of our film and why?
Yes, I do like it. And I'll
I
tell
don't
you
know.
why. I really like the idea of like, it's like more unique protagonists. More unique. Oh god, that's really grammatically incorrect.
Do you
But
mean
it's
unique?
unique protagonists, because it's like two young females, but they're like, you know, sisters. It's not like a big brooding white guy, which is just all over the shop in Hollywood, isn't it? So it's just like, I don't know. I like it. It sounds enthralling as well as thrilling.
It's just title's just sister.
Okay.
But just
I
one
guess-
sister, not
just-
sisters.
Ooh.
What is your opinion on the title?
It's a clever idea because there's two sisters, but the title's only one, so
It's quite
it's like
intriguing.
almost.
I'm kind of like, what happened to the other sister? You know?
And I thought there was two sisters. Why is it only called sister?
It puts me on edge, if I'm honest, which is what a good thriller should do.
Do you like the characters, or is there anything you would change and why?
Well, I don't like the man.
Because he's a bad guy.
He's an antagonist,
Yeah, that's
and
it.
the sisters are protagonists.
So it's like, you're not meant to like the guy that kidnaps the little girl, are you? But he might make a good villain in
Yeah,
that
like,
sense.
I have a feeling that he's going to make a very good villain.
Although I wonder if it would be interesting, seeing as the film is called Sister, if we had a sort of an all-female cast or something. No offence, mate.
Do you think the concept of the antagonist being male is good?
I feel like it subverts the gender roles in the typical Hollywood film, because usually there's male protagonists and female side characters, but with a female protagonist and then the antagonist being a kind of a side character, it flips it on its head a bit. Yeah.
But then I don't know how I feel about the antagonist being male, because I feel like that's like same in the nicest way possible. I think
Like
Like,
quite
the
stereotypical
pers-
of
yeah.
thriller
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
the person who kidnaps the sisters is always going to be a man. I think I'd like to possibly see it as a woman. See what sort
Just
of
make a
effect
bit
that
of a
would have.
unique dynamic.
Yeah.
with the characters.
But I do like the idea of obviously
Mm.
the kind of traditional kidnapper, if you will.
It's certainly more realistic.
Yeah.
Family is an important theme in our film. Do you like this, or are there any other themes you would like to see?
I like the idea that the sisters are sisters because it immediately creates a connection between the two characters. Once you start to like get to know one character, you're immediately empathetic for the other character because they're sisters. If one character, something bad happened to one character, you feel bad for the other character and vice versa.
It's quite nice for them not to be love songs, there's always, so you concentrate on the family. And it's quite good because families normally like a nice subject and love and everything, and then but having the family as a main theme in a thriller, sort of quite like psychological.
I think family is something that everyone can empathise with. Like with romanticism, you don't understand the pain of like losing someone unless you've actually been in that position. Whereas everyone has family or someone that they care about, and I think that it works.
From like what you know about our film, like what sort of audience do you reckon it would be aimed at, or for?
Sisters.
People with sisters, sisters of people, I
Yeah.
think they would enjoy it.
Just like, I think, like as an age, probably like older teenagers. It sounds a bit more mature than just your general thriller.
Do you feel like it's more of like a female-based film or a male-based film? If you know what I mean, like could you see yourself going with your mates to watch it? Like,
Yeah.
or do you reckon it's
well,
more aimed
like
at a
certain
female
ways, you know what I
audience?
mean? So it's like my more mature mates, maybe ones that are like more into film.
That wouldn't make jokes.
That would just be like, yeah, who would like to discuss it afterwards.
I don't think it really caters for a particular gender than the other gender. Like, I think it's good for both. I don't think it really matters, but I think the audience that will go and see it is sort of our age, older.
I guess because the main character's a female, it might make a more immediate attachment with a female audience.
Yeah. But I don't think there'll be less men going to see it in a cinema because it's female.
Fewer men.
Fewer men.
What sort of music would you want to see in the opening of our film?
Adagio for Strings by Manuel Bach.
I mean, I'm getting a bit tired of films being filled with like retro
Edith
pop music.
Piaf, I think.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Emmanuel Bach's oboe concertos.
What style of music?
Classical
Classical.
French.
Or like, would you want music? Like,
Yeah.
would the music help to build suspense? Or
Yeah,
would you want that sort of music?
I think
would you
quite-
want music to build the
I
suspense?
feel like quite minimalistic music would help.
Yeah.
out.
I feel like in the flashbacks music would suffice, but I think a silence when she's actually escaping the was and like the occasional heavy breath.
Like stony silence.
Yeah, yeah, I think that would do better than music perhaps. And then music, it could be a particular song that's linked to a sister or reminds her of her sister that could play.
Yeah.
when she's-
Yeah, so
Music.
maybe you could have like a pop song in there or something.
Music.
Not like
Yeah, like
just
shorted,
yeah,
so-
Maybe
exactly,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
what's the word when something's like
What are you trying?
I don't know what, but it's basically when it's kind of like ironic, like this, like the music is playing, it's quite happy,
Yeah.
and it's like,
yeah, it's like
do you know what I mean? And
That also that can like sort of
The
like,
music's-
contrast it, which makes it more creepy.
Yeah.
Because obviously she's running away,
Yeah.
but you've got like this really like happy.
like imagine if she was like running away, covered in blood, and then all you could hear was clap along if you feel
Yeah.
like it would creep you out,
It would
and
creep
it would.
you out.
I think it would work.
Yeah.
Do you think the opening would create suspense and tension, and if so, why?
Yeah, probably. Because it's like the flashbacks always build suspension.
When you see a girl covered in blood in the woods, I think it's always gonna make you think, what? Like, what's going on? It's gonna make you want to watch on, see why she's there, why she's covered in
Yeah,
blood.
like when it starts with like the main thing like that, it engages the people watching it, and they want to watch on.
I think the fact that it's not overloading you with plot, it makes you like curious as to see where it's going to go with the characters and like what's going to happen to them and what are we actually seeing. So it will definitely make you want to continue watching. And I think by extension probably create a decent bit of suspense.
Yeah. I agree.
Cheers.
What do you like or dislike about the setting?
Quite sorry.
But you can't do words now.
Like no, what's it?
Cliche. Like,
Cliche.
Right. It is a bit, yeah.
It is creepy,
But at the
it's
same
not
time,
used a lot.
Yeah, at the same time I really like the woods. But that might be a problem because like I might just be looking at the pretty woods and stuff.
But that's the thing, when with the flashbacks you see her being happy in that place with her
Right.
sister.
That's
But it's
Okay.
also
Yeah.
where she got kidnapped from.
So I think for us,
And
I
part
think
of
like
it's next
a
to
lot of
water.
us, or at least certainly
Yeah.
You and
I grew up in the countryside, so I have a bit more of a personal connection to that kind of thing.
well, yeah, the woods are just next to.
Exactly.
Like, obviously
Exactly,
the woods
yeah.
is like effective because it's the woods and they're daunting and it's like
Yeah.
nature and you can't nurture nature, you can't control what goes on in the woods. But it is cliche, I would say, because I'd like to see I'd like to see a kidnapping happen somewhere really
A
public.
beach.
No, not quite. Just like it's really not sedated. I can't think of words today. No, but it's far away. Like no one could ever
It's a
find
That's
you.
true. It's like
I-
the whole thing like
Like I
in
just
space, no one can hear you scream. It's like a way out of the way.
Yeah. I'd love it to be like in the middle of a shopping centre and she's been living under the shopping centre. I'd love it to just be somewhere like different that you wouldn't expect and it would make you think, wow, like why is this girl covered in blood in a
Something that
shopping centre?
I think
contradicts
the
your-
point is that like that they like went out or going through like that's their happy place.
Yeah,
That's
so
where
that's
they've made
somewhat
the happy
happy.
memories, and now it's suddenly just turned into such like a evil place.
That contrasts like.
Yeah, I get that. I like that as well, and I think it would work.
Yeah.
Just for me personally.
Yeah.
I suppose it depends what kind of villain your antagonist is. Like, is he one who's practical and like knows to strike his victim when no one else is around, or is he like intelligent and arrogant and wants to show off and strikes in a very, very public place? So
Yeah, I think if he's capturing him from the woods, he's maybe
he knows what he's doing,
possibly hasn't done it before.
but he
Because
just thinks about it logically.
But do you think in a public place it would be very realistic if he then tried to kidnap someone
Exactly.
in front of all these people?
Exactly.
Like, would it,
yeah.
would the
So it's
audience
like if
be
you're
there?
going for realism, then definitely. The
But
woods
then,
is very good.
in a sense, most people who are kidnapped just in broad daylight, right in front of their, like right
I
under
suppose,
faces.
yeah. I suppose that then it depends on like your protagonist.
I don't know. I just think it depends on. But like, if we're going for realism, then I think like it would be easier to do the woods. I think that would be easier, and I think it would be just as effective.